Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Vulpus to Multum. I have been woken up at 4 a.m. the way all pet owners enjoy being woken up the most, which is to hear a beloved pet horking up a huge barf right on the bed. So, I am wide awake right now. I've taken care of cleaning up. The beloved pet is fine. He's a cat. It was a hairball. As far as I know, he is not ill. He's acting perfectly normal. It was an adrenaline rush of, leaping out of bed to run and get paper towels and cleaner and then, do everything else that needed to be done to clean up. So, let's, let's just get started, okay? We're gonna go. New game. Let's give ourselves a little more lake. Let's give ourselves a little less mountain. I'm going to give myself just one more wildlife, and let's give ourselves one more grassland, one more forest. Let's just basically up everything but the mountains. See what kind of map that gives us with a few clickies of the seed. I have to admit, I am more of a fan for games where the random seed lets you type in words, because then you can do absolute nonsense phrases or lots of swearing. And it doesn't give any better quality of map than a seed that starts with numbers, but it's just satisfying on that childish, dumb-ass level. And, yeah, I mean, it's, no shade here. No shade here. This is fine. It's just, saying. It's really fun to make a seed like fuck a duck or, I am wearing no pants. Okay. Once again, we are going Clan Macintosh because it mentions our cat. I think... Let's spice things up today. Let's go for Orphans. I have gotten Orphans pretty far along in this game before. I'm going to give them a nanny goat. I'm actually curious if I get as far as the smithy. I'm curious as to whether in this game you will get milk from a nanny goat without having a billy goat. I don't know if we are going to get anywhere near that far to find out, but it is something that, I have a curiosity about at this place in time. Okay, so we have one guy who really hates lumberjacking. We have a young girl who does not like to craft. And we have a young boy who is ready for medical school but does not like to repair. I don't think I'm going to re-roll any of them. We're in for a challenging game one way or another here. So let's just start our clan up. Okay. Yep, game gives us all these little hints as to things that are needed. The places to wash up, definitely needed. Places to drink, absolutely also needed. We'll be able to place more once we get some of the reeds shoved away. I'm gonna go ahead and put one drinky there too, just yeah. Okay, gonna need... We got all these little one spot wonders for one tile wonders for ponds there. That's useless pretty much. We got one heck of a setup for incorporating mountains with how this has gone. So let's go ahead and shrug and go in on that. Whoops. Okay, once again, I am extremely looking forward to this game coming out on the 14th. There will undoubtedly be more of my random ass streams at that juncture. Um, we're gonna work on this. Gonna play this. Gonna have some fun. Gonna probably, accidentally kill off one or two clans because that's just the way that we roll some mornings when we get horribly distracted by things going on. What are you saying, buddy? The Void just let out one of the loudest meows that I've ever heard him let out when he hasn't been, locked behind a door in a back room or something. For being naughty. Or being new. He did spend a few days in quarantine, of course, when he first came into the house because, yeah, had to take him to a vet and make sure that he didn't have any horrible diseases, didn't I? Also, all the other cats would have beaten you up because they really didn't like you at first. Okay, that being done, let's get right back with it here. We will pick some berries. We will gather some branches. And we will also gather some stones. Let's get this party started. Lots of sticks, lots of stones, a good amount of berries. Starting with the orphans is super challenging because the kids cannot work at the same level as adults. The kids will get tired more easily, will have, in general, less carrying capacity, less work capacity. They're not going to get as much done in any given day as as if you had adult Clanfolk. That is the way this game rolls, and I am cool with that. It does, mean that you've got different scenarios with different levels of challenge. Cat cam this morning. We have two boys getting on each other's nerves, and playing too, but playing at getting on each other's nerves. Once again, by the way, that giant ass painting there in the corner of this room is for sale. To a good home. It's like 5 feet by 4 feet. It's big. It's big, and nobody who's liked it has ever had enough space for it since I painted it. It has gotten many compliments, but everyone's just kind of like, holy shit, where would I put that thing? I used to do a lot of painting. I haven't done a lot of painting in a while. In fact, I really haven't done any painting in a while. Something just isn't working right in my brain. I have the biggest case of artistic block I have ever had in my life, and longest running. Which is kind of a disappointment to me sometimes. I'd like to get back to doing the art. But yeah, for the last many years, other than one or two brief stints, I did have a few days where I did some of my spray paint and stencil stuff. I have maybe drawn once or twice. I did go to a community education painting class to see if that would shake things up, and I did do the coursework paintings for that class, which weren't really my typical styles or subjects, so, I did them, but didn't get further. And Yeah, it's just the thing. And here we are, not gathering grass because I am just blathering on. Blathering on about how my art got broken. Okay. We need you guys to start gathering grass, definitely. Let's have you guys move this food to its stockpile place. There's gonna need to be a little more done. Okay, here we go. We got the thresher unlocked, which is under farming. So there we go. That's both of those unlocked. As soon as let's up the rate of the thresher being built, because once it is built, it is going to let us then build the eel trap. And we need that eel trap, even though we are picking berries and we do have a good stockpile of dried mushrooms and meat. We want that eel trap made and up and running. I don't mind reducing our stores quite a bit, actually. You know, it's the more our little gang of surviving kids here, our orphans, can eat what they manage to provide themselves and bring with them from wherever their tragic pasts occurred. You know, that's more that they can get done in a day beyond cooking and gathering up the eels. So I have a jester who is being her beautiful, cute, adorable loaf self in front of my monitor, blocking a good chunk of the UI. We'll see if I can play like this or if I'm going to have to, unfortunately, make her move. She so seldom, you know, hangs out with me that I really hate making her move. Of course, I think the main reason she's hanging out with me right now is she is waiting for the canned food to come, which it's not going to until I am done with this playthrough of the demo. It's a little bit early for them to be getting their canned food. I don't like doing it before it's starting to get light outside, at least. I don't want my cats feeling entitled to, you know, their food before I would normally be ready to actually get up out of bed. They still feel immediately entitled to it the minute I'm out of bed. I mean, that's how their kitty brains work, is, you know, the human gets up, that means it's time for the treat. Okay. Let's see. All right, we have our eel trap built. You know what? Maybe with this lake, let's whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I bet with this lake, it's a pretty big lake. Let's try for 20 eels a day out of it. 20 eels a day out of it and hope we're not overfishing. We need to go ahead and get our campfire built. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll set this up so that they start making straw, so that we have, you know, 200 or I mean 100, not 200. Yeah. Okay, we have gotten enough straw to unlock the hay wall, which is a lot more enjoyable than having to unlock a paywall. Hey, yo. Okay, there we go. That's what we needed you guys to do. Let's see, our anti-fire blocker to make sure we don't have embery sparks just catching on food that's dropped nearby or something. I want more stones gathered, I really do. I want to gather enough stones that we unlock rock walls. The kids are extremely slow at building rock walls. We might be better off holding out in the most part for when we can make wooden walls or something like that. Daub walls are nice, but honestly, they use so much straw. I should say straw, not hay. There is a difference. But yeah, the daub walls use so much straw and so many branches that even though in real life I am a huge fan of things, I mean, well, daub is different than adobe and cob. I mean, there is more hay and twigs and that when you're doing daub walls. That's what it is. But in the game mechanics, especially when you're limited on how much your crew can, your little clan can gather, daub walls kind of seem too much work in this game. It does feel like you're not getting the bang for your buck building with those. And wattle walls are, you know, they're quick. They're very quick to build. They only take branches. They take a lot of branches, though. And they're ugly. People don't like living in wattle walls in this game. Here we go. What have we unlocked? We have unlocked you. We always want a good amount of twine because, boy howdy, are we going to be using a lot of twine. Oh, objects. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click. I wanted to click objects. Okay, here we go. We will set up our first couple of poop holes. Let's prioritize them building the poop holes. We really want them to get that going. While they're sleeping tonight, let's see if we can. Okay, we got a good amount of iron right over here. That's good. They're not gonna have to go on long treks all the way across the map for their first iron. It does look like we're pretty limited on how much iron we have on this map compared to some maps that we've occasionally got. Oh, well, there's more iron up here, which is a little bit further off. But all in all, I think we're okay on this map. Okay, day 3. We are a bit behind on where I would like to be on a day 3. You know, I would have liked the poop holes to already have been built. And sure, even though the game calls them poop holes, I could call them latrine pits or various other things, but, you know, the dev put his heart and soul into it. We'll get a few more berries gathered. Honestly, almost more because I want to, gathering those berries almost more because I'm wanting to unlock being able to plant berry bushes before the end of the summer if we can. But, also it is handy food. Okay, we have unlocked the stone floor and the stone wall. Or I should say rock wall. There is also a dry stone wall, which just makes the little fence that will keep animals in. But yeah, wattle wall takes 10 branches and is very, very fast, but as you can see, indoors, they don't like it. It's ugly. Dot wall is neutral. Doesn't give any beauty. But 10 straw per wall segment just feels like a lot with how desperate you are for straw in this game. Rock wall is very efficient material-wise, but it takes the most time to build, really. The log walls or also the brick walls are much faster to build if you've got weak-ass little kids to do the work. Which we're still doing a little bit of rock to start out here, as you can see. Because I really want us to be able to get started on things like placing a door or two. And, you know, it's the whole you need to do stuff to unlock stuff deal with this game. You need to do stuff to unlock stuff, and also we do want to start getting roofs up over the things that don't like getting wet. Mine mountains, let's... get this started. And I think we want some drinking sides. That's a lot of that's a closer walk than having them come all the way over here to drink. Let's be real. The less walking they have to do to get to the things that they want to do or need to do, the better off we are. Really need that straw made, guys. Really need the twine made, I mean. I am actually slacking on the cooking. A lot of the time I would be, we would be doing the thing of saying, oh my God, cooking on the highest priority. But again, we're going to eat into our stores a bit here. And try and get, stuff done, beyond cooking. It's night. Enlarge the cat cam. Yeah, there are some noises being made as someone gets a little too rough or hits in a spot that is not appreciated, but they're playing. They are definitely just playing. Oops, I forgot. I did not have Clanfolk set to run in the background, so. I did pause instead of just continuing on while we were looking at the cats, but they're my cats. I like to look at them. I hope you like to look at them too. What do we have the eel set it? Let's actually set it even lower. We're gonna walk a fine line here. We've still got some reeds marked for cutting. Let's go ahead and cancel some of this clay gathering. All of it, in fact. We have a decent amount of clay. It is going to be gone through a lot faster than some people would expect because charcoal burning takes clay, and of course, as we start making bricks and stuff, that takes clay. In the demo, I have very seldom started working on clothing. I have sometimes. In a few games, we have had clothing. developed. Usually in games with more than, a handful of kids as the family protagonists here. Okay, we're going to need to clear some trees. You're not really wanting to clear necessarily where you don't have to around where you're building, but we are going to be building here. So we're going to go ahead and clear all of these closest trees. If we would get a chance to before summer was over, we would try replanting, maybe a tight grove of them or something. The whole tree thing, part of the tree thing is you don't want, there we go. Okay, our first kiln is built. We'll just go ahead and get that thing started with a little luck. We are going to try building a second kiln for jugs. So, but we really want to get the traders sign up. If I could get the traders sign up before the end of day 4, I would be a pretty happy camper on Orphan Run. Honestly, that would make my day if I could get the trader sign up before everyone goes to bed in the evening tonight. Yeah, you're napping. You're exhausted, buddy. I'm sorry. We're not doing nap times. Not doing nap times. There is just too much that needs to be done. Okay. So, that sign is up. Now let's get this sign up. Okay, we're done. We're done clearing everything that we had marked to clear for grass, or for straw and stuff. So now somebody should be chopping down trees. Don't we have someone who hates chopping down trees? Yeah, you hate chopping down trees. Our people are so miserable, I am going to risk turning off the jobs they hate. It's not... It may give us some trouble to do. Actually, I want my bloomery there, actually. Yeah. We did not get the trader sign up before the end of day 4. That's a bit of a nerds. It would have been super great to have gotten that up. What he is playing with right now is when I did go and get a hamburger the other day, and if I get fast food and it comes in a handy little paper bag, I take that little paper bag and I put some catnip in it. And then it is on the floor until they have thoroughly shredded it and destroyed it and have gotten bored with it. It's... Other than the catnip, it's free cat toy. My cats are not quite as into catnip as some cats are, though, overall. They like it a bit, and it does make them a little more playful about some things, but they're not completely wild about it, basically. Okay, at this point we have eaten through our stores to where we gotta up the priority on the whole eel thing. And that includes maybe building a second eel trap. We're gonna need more eels per day. So we're gonna go ahead and mark that eel trap as a high hurry up and get it done priority, along with our sign, which, you know, is not being built faster. It needs more wood. Okay. How big is this lake? This is also a really big lake, so I'm gonna risk 4 eels a day. Or, I mean, eels times 4, which is 20 eels total a day. We're gonna risk that. Yeah. Things are getting dire in terms of getting far enough where I would be satisfied and would say, yeah, they're probably going to make it through the winter. Let's see. We'll go ahead and we'll put this zone here. Nobody has any time for hauling, and there's no hauling going on. So honestly, it's kind of funny that I'm bothering, but we will bother. Okay, and then we're also gonna get our workmen sign up, because if we can make enough money doing trades that we can hire some workmen from time to time, even though it will lower our reputation with other clans, because we are not going to be able to provide them with the most amazing work environment. Quite honestly, when you're just starting with the orphan thing, I think it's kind of, you need to do it. Oh, we got rain and we did not get the campfire roofed over. We did not get the charcoal burners roofed over. We did not get nothing is roofed over, and we have rain. That's bad. Basically, that's not good. there's always rain midsummer, and yeah, we did not prep for it fast enough, and we're going to suffer a bit for that. We are going to suffer a bit for that as our group of orphans. Duncan, I'm sorry, would you go into overtime mode again? Oh, do the pottery kilns work even when it's raining? Or did he just, completely waste a lot of materials? Okay, well, we'll let him go back to normal mode. Oh, we are out of clay, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, hey. We are out of clay. Out of clay means nothing is getting built. Absolutely nothing is getting built. We scoff at the idea of anything getting built. Okay, it isn't raining, so that means eels can be cooked. We did have that rain, so that does mean there are mushrooms. Unfortunately, we can't afford to hire you, man. Yeah, we're getting hirelings before we're getting traders. That no worky. That does not work. We need the we need the traders before we get the hirelings. Fortunately, telling them sorry, no job does not lower clan reputation. So we're not losing out by basically telling these hopeful people that yeah, no, sorry. Now, of course, even with the signs built, we are still at the mercy of the RNG in terms of which traders are going to come when. I have played games where pretty much no traders came through whatsoever. And I played games where all the traders we want the most come the quickest, and everything in between so far. I have played this demo probably at this point about 30 times. Haven't actually been... I played it pretty obsessively for the week or two after, like, Splattercat did a thing about it. Oh, that's someone I don't have linked on my channel that I should have linked on my channel. Splattercat Gaming is... he does indie games, and it's bad for your wallet because he does a variety of indie games, checking them out and showing them off to you in little bite-sized 30-minute segments. And he has introduced me to far too many games that I have longed for and acquired. Guys, I really, really, really need you guys to... We need this charcoal, man. We are in dire need of this charcoal. Let's also work on getting this bloomery built as a rush job. Like, it is. It's like, yeah, I'm marking everything as... Everything is getting marked as being emergency. I may just have to keep all of our various burners on the emergency mode just to make sure that somebody is taking the time to do the thing. Okay, we need that going. Okay. Have had worse games in terms of, being behind. But this is certainly not a game that is speeding along. You guys do what you need to do and get to bed, so speeds up, please. I do really like the way that, when there are the babies and stuff, the older kids or parents and adults of the clan, do have to spend time talking to them and getting them to the poop holes, getting them to wash. It does add some challenge. Excuse me, bit of a yawn there. Day 7. I would very much like us to get a trader through here. And I mean, a trader who will buy things that we can afford to sell would be amazing. We don't really have a lot of money, so we need to sell stuff before we can buy stuff. Okay, we have a trader. Let's see what we got. Got a very underwhelming trader. I don't think we want to sell any of our chickens. And selling off branches is a bit of a oh, they got a ram. But that's a sheep ram, not a billy goat ram, so it's not technically what we need. I think we're gonna not get the ram. We're gonna buy 5 eels just because yeah. They're a little expensive, but let's get those eels, those extra eels. And hope that they don't just, rot because everyone is too busy to cook. What are you doing, Miss Jester? Yeah, you're getting pretty frantic for your canned food, huh? You're gonna get my attention one way or another. She's rifling through my stacks of papers and stuff on my desk here. She's pawing at things and generally being very, very active and very, very keen on getting my attention. Very playful, except I'm pretty sure that the whole point of what she is doing is she's like, it is actually getting to time when they should be fed. Okay, we're gonna, are you coming to, yeah, you're coming to pick at, okay, good. You're coming to cut down, or to mine. We need that mining going on. Absolutely needed that mining going on. Okay. Effie, you're napping when you can't be napping, dear. You too, man. We are getting very low on branches. Very, very low on branches. Okay, apparently even on hard work mode, they are just too tired to Too tired to go on. Bit of a problem. Bit of a problem. Now, with luck, early in the next morning, on the morning of day 8, with luck, maybe we'll get a laborer, a job seeker who costs under 50 gold to hire for the day. Didn't we already unlock stone roof? No, I guess we hadn't. Okay, well, we've made our first ingots and have unlocked, you know, some of the upper tier stuff. Yeah, I know you really want my attention. You really are, there we go. A little calmer cat cam action over there. My dear. Oh, Chester wants to listen to some music. Starting up my player. That is pretty much never used. All right, day 8. Come on, kids. Things are pretty dire. You guys are going pretty slow. I think what we're going to do is we're going to only have one charcoal burner marked as super duper califragilistic extra ala urgent. And okay, let's see. We got you. You will buy bricks. I am going to sell you a bunch of bricks. You are selling flax. We're not going to buy flax. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna totally. Whoops. We are going to totally hire you. I'm not even really bothering looking at what they can do. It's just like, yeah, you're hired, dude. All right. So we have a full-grown adult who is going to work with us today, going to sleep with us tonight, probably. I mean, I don't know that I'll force them to go home. But they're gonna work, and then they're going to be cranky because they're gonna go home tomorrow because they don't like our working conditions, basically. But we will have gotten one day of someone who is a lot more efficient at doing whatever jobs they do. And that's just going to have to be worth it. There are not a lot of berry bushes on this map. Oh, here they all are. They're like way over here. Good Lord. The berries are hiding from us. I mean, part of the interest in games like this and Lords and Villains, which I need to get back into playing since they've done some major updates. I'm very, very interested in seeing the updates that Lords and Villains has put out. But games where you can't directly tell anyone to do anything, I love them, but you know, you do hit those points where you're just like, please, why can't I just click on you and tell you to do this one thing? Jester, you're not dying just because you haven't gotten your canned food yet. You really aren't. You can wait 30 more minutes. As I'm just given the look of, what on earth are you talking about? Why would I want to wait 30 more minutes? Also, I'm a cat. I don't know what a minute is. I have no concept of time. Actually, that's not true. Cats do have a concept of time. They just don't have the same concept we have, where there's constructions of minutes and hours. Cat time runs along the lines of schedules and sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moonset, and definitely schedules, you know. Everyone in the house is supposed, you know, the humans of the house or human of the house is supposed to be in bed at this particular hour, or is supposed to be home at this particular hour, or you know, gone at this particular hour. When the human gets up, we are supposed to be fed, that sort of thing. That is the kitty concept of time. And the doggy concept of time, too. Wow, you guys are just desperate. My goodness. I want to make my own breakfast, too, guys. I'm going to finish this demo first. I'm sorry. It's a very short stream as streams go. I'm not gonna put up my intermission sign. I mean, again, we've definitely done worse. Yeah, Elspeth is not happy with these sleeping arrangements, and is leaving, and leaving angrily. Well, Now, right now, as far as I know, there is no really drastic problem to having your reputation go down because of angry workers and stuff. So I'm kind of just shrugging off the whole, well, they're angry. I don't know if eventually in the game it's going to be more of a problem if you make people angry. If it's going to raise trading prices or cause other issues, other shenanigans. We're going to say we always want 100 bricks at this point. Okay, we have a new worker or two. Let's see here. How much gold do we have? Excuse me, Kitty, you are in the way. We have 83 gold. You're 41 a day. You're 33 a day. I can hire both of them. We've got another worker coming who's, yeah, we can't afford anymore, sorry. But okay, now we got 2 more hands to do the work. Adult hands, so the work will be done faster and more efficiently. It is raining, everything is getting wet. This is a problem. We are out of play again. All the babies just following Effie around right now. She's not a babe magnet. She's not a babe magnet. She's a baby magnet. Okay, we're... I'm gonna up the hauling on those. But yeah, you can see this guy, I mean, he is digging up clay so much faster than our kids do. It's pretty wild, really, the difference. Oh boy, we got cats really getting on each other's nerves right now. I mean, they're playing, they are getting a little rough, and if you are hearing the void complain, he's, you know, he complains and then he goes right back to Pounce Frumpkin again. So, so the complaints are loud, but they're not really serious. Yeah, the complaints are loud, but they're not all that serious. Okay, see, I'll be able to plant some berry bushes here, which really do nothing in the demo because we're not going to get to the point where it matters that we planted them, but it's good to know. Also, I completely forgot flammable blocker around this guy. Okay, so we got a little more done today because we had those two adults working for us. Both of them are gonna fuck off in the morning and be like, yeah, no, we did not enjoy working for you. Your food was crap, your beds were crap, your poop holes were, crap. Everything was terrible and you should feel bad. That's going to be their, the gist of their leaving is everything was bad. Everything was crappy. Did not enjoy working for you guys. Would not work for you guys again. Would not enjoy working for you guys again, and basically, screw you kids. I've never had a less enjoyable experience. That is basically what the deal is going to be. Yep, they have left angrily. We have lost reputation with their clans. We're on day 10. I don't think we're gonna... I think we've basically advanced as much as we're going to advance in terms of getting stuff really... Jester? You're stepping on hotkeys, baby. She's like, I am going to make myself into the biggest pest because it is time for breakfast. And you know it. Okay, let's see. What do you buy? What do you sell? We can't really afford to sell a lot of logs, but I'm gonna just sell those. That one set of 5. But yeah, Clanfolk demo. It is pretty fun, in my opinion. It definitely leaves me wanting more all the time. I am always disappointed when day 10 rolls around. And I'm like, yeah, that's the end of that for me. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this a little early this morning. We're not even at sunset yet for day 10. but it's pretty obvious to see that we're not going to get much further here today. We've unlocked the smithy, which is awesome. But we're definitely, it's like we're definitely not getting it built before sunset. Even if I, put everything, even if I put everything on priority again forever, it's not going to get done. We haven't got a lot of shelter built for them. They don't have a roof. They didn't even have sleeping mats. They probably won't have any sleep. I mean, these 4 sleeping mats, I don't even think they're going to be built by the end of the day. If we let the day play out. Yeah, I think basically we've done what we're going to do in this playthrough of the demo. And I would like to thank you for joining me for this. For an Orphans run, I mean, from my experience of, just having played the demo repeatedly, and then from having watched Catherine of Sky and a few other people who have the key access play further into the game, I think we did pretty good for Orphans. It's not the best I've done, even as Orphans. I have gotten Orphans to where they've had more shelter set up and been a little more ready and prepped for winter. But yeah, this isn't horrible. This is not the worst. I'd like to think that I could get them finished up enough during the autumn. Get the hunting started in the autumn, get the meat smoking and meat cooking started in autumn, because the eels will no longer be a thing. I think, they might have had a chance to survive the winter. Not a huge chance at this point, but depending on what could get done in autumn, they might have had a chance to survive the winter. So I am going to peace out and feed the cats. All of them are pretty much rioting at this point. Those who are not just playing are just gathered around me at my desk, just staring at me. Loafing dramatically. And yeah, I've talked long enough that we are, oh, hey, we're out of branches. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I'm bothering doing this, because I'm about to quit the game, but yeah, so we didn't get as far as we could have. But we also got farther than the absolute worst I've ever played. So, thumbs up. I will catch you next time. Clanfolk is coming out on the 14th. I believe it is pretty much a one dev dealie. I don't know the details, but it's one of those little indie games that is looking like it's going to be pretty awesome. It's a lot like RimWorld in some ways, but a lot very different from RimWorld in the whole can't directly control your Clanfolk, and then also so far warfare and violence and animal attacks are not really things, it seems. I will be totally cool if they are never things. I do like having games like this and Banished, where all you really have to worry about is, weather, starvation, and sickness and stuff like that. It's a nice chill change. So, thank you again for joining me. Be cool, be kind. This is Vulpus Tumultum going off to feed her cats.